Okay, so if I would just talk faster, we would have been done, because there's not much more. But the point is that about 75%, if, just choosing that one number of 11%, about 75% of the time, he would correctly reject the shipment that has 11% bad potatoes. Okay, so that's the power of the test, is that percentage of time that you would have correctly chosen is kind of the idea. So these are pretty straightforward statements here. The significance level of a test is the probability of reaching the wrong conclusion when the null hypothesis is true. So like if the significance level is 5%, that's a 5% probability of reaching the wrong conclusion when the null hypothesis is true. That's what we're looking for. The power of a test to detect a specific alternative is the probability of reaching the right conclusion when that alternative is true. So like 11% of the potatoes are bad, 75% chance of, or probability of doing that right, getting it correct. We can also describe the test by giving the probability of making a type 2 error. Okay? So a type 2 error would be saying we failed to reject it. So that would be like if the potato chip man accepts the shipment that has an 11% bad potatoes. So if we took 1 minus the probability of making a type 2 error, which we call beta, that's a beta, that letter there, that's equal to the power of the test. So you can increase the power by these three methods. You could increase the sample size. So like if you do the activity that I'm going to ask you to do, then you'll see that in step 4. You could increase the significance level to something bigger. You could increase the difference between the null and the alternative parameter values. That's important to detect. So like if the man wants to be more certain, then instead of 11%, he could say, well, what if the shipment has 25% bad potatoes in it? Now how likely am I to reject it? And of course, that's going to be a much higher probability. Okay? So there is this activity on page 567 where you would use an applet, and I'm going to suggest that you please do that. So take out your Chromebooks, turn to page 567 in your books, and just follow the steps. If you're using your electronic book and you don't have the paperback book, then just team up with somebody, and one of you use your Chromebook to look at the ebook, and the other one you use your Chromebook to do the applet. And then after you've done the applet, then read the bottom of page 568 and the top of page 569. It just really wraps up this idea of power of a test nicely. And then finally, read the section 9.2 summary. It's really worth it to read those summaries. It does kind of pull everything together for you. And then finally, your assignment is posted here on Canvas. And that's the end of this 9.2 lesson. If you didn't do the problems assigned the other day, then please do those first before you continue on to the new assignment. Please do make sure that you have this assignment done when you come to class next week. Okay? I will not see you again until Wednesday. So that's a long time. That's a whole week. So you should definitely have this done. Okay, you guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you then. Email me if you have real questions.